Hello people of YouTube and welcome to today's composing video. We are still working on my new track Snake Charmer's Lair, and let's listen to what we have so far. Okay, so that's what we have so far. And I actually heard a few things that I think I want to fix. Particularly in this big part. Sorry for the coughing. I've had a bit of a cold / allergy problem sort of thing. I don't know what it is, but I wish it would go away. I'm thinking I don't actually like this timpani and cymbal roll, but I'm not sure, so I'm just going to mute it for the time being. And I'm going to try a roll on something else. Maybe something a bit bigger, so I actually added some more drum roll type things in the new template. So let's check out these Hans Zimmer Booms rolls. So that is not powerful enough. And I should have figured that because I'm using the Junkie XL mixes of the booms already. The Hans Zimmer mixes are great. I actually, like, if I could just have one, I would just have the Hans Zimmer mixes. But they're not as loud as the Junkie XL mixes of these drums. I don't know what key does what. Let's pull it up on the screen. I have a second monitor up here above this monitor, in case you're wondering why I look up a lot. Let's see how this sounds. Okay, that's kind of cool. I may layer some of these rolls together, actually. Seems like I have the Tycho's rolls. I have it for Hans Zimmer. I don't have it for the Junkie XL mix. Let's see what it sounds like anyway. That's kind of interesting. I don't know what kind of roll I want. I may not even want a roll. I may just want some kind of synthetic riser to come in. Let's see. Or maybe it's okay just hitting direct. You know, I actually don't mind it. Let's see if I have some sort of riser effect. Bear with me on this, because I don't actually use these that much. And it may be kind of, hectic trying to figure out which one to use. Seems like Project Alpha and Project Bravo, libraries from Hybrid 2, or the video game composer Daniel James, has some of these types of sounds. Reverse effects. Swipe. Maybe. Let's drag that in. I can make that work. So. Make it line up right. Needs to be just like a little longer than that. When I'm doing like a big trailer music kind of swell in, I like to use the Native Instruments Rise and Hit. But I don't know that this needs that much of a dramatic thing. Just kind of looking for a little thing. Actually, here, wait, so. This sounds like another one bites the dust. That might be able to work, actually. Actually, if that's a G, if I could, like, retune that to be, like, an A or something, that might... That's too loud. By, like, a lot. Actually, let's put a tuner on this channel. I may... If I find out what note it is, if it's actually like G, we might retune it to something else to go. C and G, so okay. Actually, what if we get wild with it and drop it an octave? So I want it 2 up, so 12, 11, 10, maybe. Let's use a better pitch shifting plugin. Actually, it may be a little overkill, but I actually quite like the Sound Toys little altar boy. I got this either for free or for like a really good discount at one time. It's just kind of like a pitch plugin, but it I say it did. Okay, so let's spaceship this thing. Let's. Okay, first off, some huge reverb. Release the Kraken, why not? We may set in sound design land for a little while with this sound. And I may end up just deciding I don't like this sound. That has happened to me many times before. Let's throw a little stereo delay on it. Okay. And I'm kind of thinking about maybe shaping the EQ some, because there's some frequencies I kind of don't like in there. Actually, you know what? I can't help it. I'm a guitar player. This may be bad. Let's. Actually, here, wait. make it so that there's like a wet side and a dry side, where one side's the pure sound and one side's a little messed with. Now let's go back quite a ways and see if this is the sound that, like, gets us into this next part. It's a little too loud. It kinda needs to be like our ethnic flute, where it sounds like it's coming from the background. Then it doesn't act like a riser, really. Okay, let's try 15. Actually, I may have to help it along a bit. Might have to do a little bit of a manual volume swell. Let's have it go up to 9 since we're doing that. I want like a lower layer under this, though. This is a common sound design trick. Split it up into different bands. Have one be the low and one be the high. Cool. Just get the volumes right. I think I like that. It's kind of subtle, which is exactly what it needs to be. Okay, so this zebra bass, I'm thinking it's a little too bright right now. Like, it's a little too... I almost think that bass drum coming into the B section needs a little touch more snap to it, and there are a few drums I like to layer to give it that snap. Actually, one we used earlier, the Hans Zimmer bass drum gallery. Sometimes this actually works good for just adding a touch of snap. Let's actually try that. Okay. One's all I need for this. Actually, several drums work for this. Actually, for the longest time, and I still actually think it sounds pretty good, the old East-West Symphonic Orchestra, the Wagner bass drum, I think it actually works perfectly fine doing this. I don't have it in my template right now, but maybe it should. Okay, so we gotta do something about these little electronic hi-hats here, because they're somewhat annoying right now. For one, they're a little loud, so... I mean, not as loud as, like, a lot of the modern pop songs have the cicada hi-hats that I call them, that are like. But, yeah. Okay, I think I will roll just a little treble off of these. Just a little bit, because the sound is in the treble range, but they're a little too noticeable. Okay, I want something to happen to the. I'm gonna duplicate this track, because like the open hat, I actually want to treat it a little different. So always keep your stuff renamed. Always keep your stuff named the proper thing. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to mute the open hat in here, which is the longer of the two sounds. And then I'm going to go into this other one, and I'm going to mute the closed hat, which is the shorter of the two sounds. I'm going to work on this. loosen it a little bit to the master reverb, give it a little room. I'm hearing like a bit of a sustain pedal glitch right here, like it's suddenly going boop 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 instead of da 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 da. I usually have to do this to piano tracks for whatever reason. Their MIDI sustain pedal data is just like a touch buggy or something. For some reason it doesn't tend to work very good. Okay, that's actually probably right. Something needs to do that. I think that's a decent idea. get the next octave up as well. Where is it? Right there. So. Okay, I think I know what to do. I think I am going to bring like the sort of viola's range in, and then the last couple of times through this build, I'll pop in the violin range. Okay. Quick cleanup. I almost want to put like a synth bass under this. I know of one that might be cool. Wow, speaking of synth basses, that vehicle that just drove by has a lot of sub. Hello, Omnisphere. Let's see here. That's an idea, but I may save that for like the next build or something. This is a sound that I almost feel like you should be a little careful with because it's very obviously a synth sound. And it could either be a cool layer on something or it could make the track kind of, I don't know, overly synthy. So let's hit up another repeat of everything here. So we got stick clickies, we got piano, we got booms. Anything else? No, but I've been recording my dialogue, which I don't necessarily want. Okay, so we're gonna re-record that. Well, no, we're not gonna re-record this. This is just gonna repeat. We need our little electronic hats. We need our drone and our sub bass. Oh, well, we haven't been duplicating over our little synth piano. So let's do that. Alright, so we have this thing. So we're gonna re-record this so that we get the that wasn't as good as it could have been. Okay. I was trying to avoid that particular dialogue window. Oh my goodness, what is overlapping? Here. Hold up. Hold up. Alright, I want to add some brass in this part. Let me see here. Where's my brass things? Not native instruments, tubas. I love those for different types of songs. think the star of this is... I don't know. Okay. And I am aware that tuba players probably would not be overly happy to play the notes this low. I think that they play in that range. But, I want the notes that low. Right now I'm just writing for samples. Now I would love to write for real players. I think that would be awesome if I could do that, but that's not what I'm doing right now. I haven't quite got to that place yet. Except for a few of my friends. I've wrote parts for them. Let's get those trombones in there. Up the next octave. I think that'll be a sound I like. Almost wondering though if like this would be a time to use the whole brass ensemble. Actually, I'm gonna experiment with this because it might actually sound better to just use the brass ensemble patch. Which I haven't actually used any of, which is unusual for me because usually 90% of my brass is not the main. Actually, maybe a combination of both. Actually, with Cinebrass, the short notes are actually controlled, like the dynamics are actually controlled with the mod wheel, which is unusual for short notes. Most companies have their short notes controlled by the velocity that you hit the key, but I usually like to write in the velocity. So let's see if this. I'm gonna like re-record these to work with it, and then the tuba is an octave down. This may be too much. I don't know. It's an experiment. I don't know. I can't quite decide. It does sound good, but it's not exactly in the range that I want. I kind of want to do like kind of octaves of stuff stacked. Let's see here. Let's start with these trombones. I definitely want to hear that. Let's just mess with these tubas first. So might have them play in their happy range here. Okay. Let's try this in bossy. Okay, I think I'm gonna do like what I did earlier. I think that actually works for this. And I'll have the tuba at the bottom octave. clean up. And then all of these need to loop once. Okay, so let's give this whole B section a listen. Okay, and I think launching back into the A melody there would be cool. I want to try one more thing. I want to try that synthetic bass sound doubled with it. Wait, why did I click that? Okay, that's kind of cool. Okay. Okay, I think that that's a good enough B section for the writing template. So I will end this video by playing the whole thing that we've got so far. I am gonna go fix one thing just right quick, because this riser still doesn't sound that good to me. I'm actually gonna experiment with what I usually use. I usually use the Native Instrument Rise and Hit. It comes with Complete Ultimate. It may come with Standard Complete. I don't know. But okay, where is it? And I may even leave this riser that's in there in to an extent, but just like as a layer. What's this one sound like? Hmm. Let's try this one. I think that. Hmm. I may even get adventurous here, because I actually hear a sound in my head that I think that I can make manually. Okay. What chord is this playing? So So now, feed it through guitar rig. Okay, so we're gonna have to make this like, we're gonna because it's gonna come in like that. Alright, put a bit of a volume fade on there so it doesn't click and pop when it comes in. Okay, I think we're gonna have to help it out just a bit. Almost want like some put a and then it needs a lot of reverb. So And get the volume set right. That's kind of cool, actually. Let's see if blending it with the other. That's sort of cool, actually. Actually, no. And I actually recorded this guitar thing. This is not just some kind of like synth deal. Like I actually did record this, and I recorded it for this purpose to kind of make little sounds and stuff with it. Well, that's an idea for another day. I think this is all the time we have today, so thanks for watching.